Hi, and welcome to the Pen Hook and Needles podcast. I am one of your hosts today. I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry, Plurk, and just about everywhere else.
I'm Marlisha. I'm also known as Lady Fornico on Ravelry and on Plurk, and Shadowlight or Shadowlight Woman on most of my writing sites. And I may be a little subdued. I'm not feeling well today. I think it's weather related, but
I tried to talk her into, she didn't feel well. She could take a nap instead, and she really wanted a podcast today.
Yeah.
I've literally just rolled out of bed, so I feel like I probably have that barely awake look. Hot. Even for you? Mom will drink things that are basically scalding. I have to wait for it to cool, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is perfect." So it must be truly hot if she says it's hot.
you need caffeine.
Chai tea does not have caffeine.
Okay.
Speaking of your beverage of choice, put us on pause if you wish, and go ahead and grab your beverage of choice. She has chai tea. I just grabbed whatever I had open already, which happened to be Gatorade.
I thought I would be doing cold things, but sometimes chai tea has just enough caffeine to make the headache go away. So there is caffeine in tea, just not a lot.
Negligible.
I do not wish to argue with you in my current state of health.
Which means you're right, but I don't know how to say it. Anyway, we welcome any new or returning members. And new and returning members kind of also includes Anastasia. She was a member.
At least I thought she was.
At least I thought she was.
We love Anastasia.
And
she
then
makes us
she
laugh.
ceased to be a member, and now she's a member again.
Welcome back.
So welcome back. I'm not sure if you got kicked out or if I just misremembered that you were a member, which could entirely
I think she was a member too. Oh well. I think because she's always come to visit, we never checked to see if she was under guest or.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
Well, I'm glad she joined.
But she's now a member. So hello, Anastasia.
Yes, and she has donated 3 patterns for our Autism Awareness Cal. So
yes,
no.
And that's Anastasia Knits
Designs.
Yes, Anastasia Knits Designs. I was gonna say
podcast group.
Well, what I was gonna say was Anastasia Knits, but then you said Anastasia Knits Designs. So I'm like, well, she's not Anastasia Knits Designs.
Although she says she's been doing a lot of that lately. Almost exclusively. So look for more patterns from her.
Let's just. I am really sorry.
Oh, we have to welcome that other new member we have.
No, we haven't had a new member
yes,
for a couple weeks.
We have 2 new members, Anastasia and somebody else.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you can check it.
Let me see.
You better, because we want to welcome her too. She joined this morning.
Oh, well, I haven't been on since this morning.
I want to make sure we welcome her. It's I want to say it's something Gypsy or Gypsy something.
My internet was kind of wonky last night, so I used that to get writing and knitting done. While this is pulling up, I did get Shared Story written, and after 3 months of having it, I have finished it for Mom, so it's now out of my court, and I can stop getting the you don't like the Shared Story. She is the queen of guilt trips.
Michelle, it works.
Ah.
Michelle and Jackie and Sun Country, yes.
But she now has that, so.
And I've already started blocking out.
She's like, see, I only had for 5 minutes and already. Ooh, we're 90 members.
Yay! 10 more to 100.
So yes, Savvy the Gypsy and Anastasia Knits.
Who is Savvy Gypsy? Do we know what her name is?
Savvy the Gypsy.
Yeah, but do we know what her name is?
We can click on her.
Let's see.
Her
name is we don't know what her name is. She does not have it on there. But
she's a nurse. Is her?
She's a nurse. Yeah, she must be a nurse.
Or she might just like
nurses. Well, welcome anyway. Even if we don't know her full name, we'll just call her Savvy the Gypsy.
And then of course Anastasia.
Anastasia Knits.
All right, I'm gonna leave Ravelry. And here comes another yawn. Sorry, guys.
See, I'm not quite that rude.
Yeah.
Chai tea does wonders. It fixes everything.
So, I don't like chai tea. I've tried so hard.
I love chai tea. Can't stand coffee, but I like chai tea.
So hard. So, rolling right into projects. Since we covered writing and welcomes. Did you do any writing?
No, not really. I mean, except for the blocking.
I thought you did some 500 clubs.
Did I do one this week? I don't
Every
remember.
time I woke up talking to you, you'd be like, "Yeah, I got a little bit of writing done." I think you have like
I don't remember.
what? There's like petals falling from the leaves,
Yeah,
and it looks like
it's pretty outside.
spring like snow.
It's really pretty outside. My husband planted a lily of some sort. I hope I'm not going to be sneezing my head off 'cause I'm allergic to lilies, but it's a real pretty lily. And some of them I'm not allergic to, so I'm hoping this is one of them. And it's real. He planted it yesterday. It was still in the bud, and when I woke up this morning, it was blooming. It's beautiful.
I did notice that.
Yeah, and he's got a couple trees. Funny story about the trees. He went around and said, "Oh yeah, that tree is dead over in this corner of the yard. My left, your right, and in the back corner, kind of center, two trees." He said they're dead. So we got two trees to replace them, and now they're not dead anymore. So we have two trees that we have to determine where they're going to go in our 1.5, 2 acre yard. So that's okay. We like oaks and maples, so that's good.
We're going to be building a forest, so, you know.
Yes, we are green friendly, right? Green. Carbon footprint. I don't know.
We're the Hulk. Okay, so.
Puny God. Bang, bang, bang.
Projects.
Yes.
I've gotten about 1.5 rows done on Legolas, which is the Vivian pattern by Yossot's Teeth. I'm not in the middle row this time. I worked very hard not to be. Working it for me, I'm doing size 36 using US 9 Knit Picks Interchangeable Circulars and Stonehenge Fiber Mills Shepherd's Wool in the Blue Spruce colorway. And it's in my Knitting's My Bag Knitting Sheeps. And this project's swiftly outgrowing this bag.
Which is why you ordered another one.
Yes, I did. I wanted one of the Ploverbird sweater bags.
I wake up in the morning and she orders something.
Well, that's how it works. I live on night shift. But I did pick up the backpack I needed for the New York trip. I just ordered that one that I used to get all the time at school.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a good brand of backpack.
It's not too heavy.
It had padded straps, which is what I was looking for. I'm taking a New York trip in May with my grandparents. They've been asking me to do it since I graduated college. And they said bring a backpack because we're going to be basically traveling with a backpack.
They're going to be on the train. My parents live in Philadelphia, and they're going to be taking the train into New York. And basically they're going to stop and go at the hotel, do the whole sightseeing and play thing, and then come back to the hotel and then come home. We'll pick her up in Philadelphia and drive her back home.
So it's got padded straps. So
yeah, needless to say, a suitcase will not be appropriate for traveling the train and subway because they don't allow. Apparently, some of the trains in New York do not allow, just like some of the trains here, don't allow you to have a suitcase. You have to have a backpack. So,
but the suitcase will be to their house, and then I'll just pack whatever I need to. Yeah, the trip and the backpack. But anyway, so this is the sweater. So the seed stitch pattern you see, that is what's going to be right up against my back. Then the cables will go from there.
And Six gave us a really good I'm
not sure she's talking about this pattern because this one doesn't have ribbing.
No, I don't remember what she was talking about. She did give us a good suggestion about the bumps and smooth. That was very nice of her.
Yes.
She's very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. But there's my cables.
Did you bring a pen? Because
it's not on me.
Poke me in the eye. With sharp pointy sticks.
So I got, like I said, about 1.5 rows done on that. Because I was in the middle of a row on the wrong side last time.
I don't know if I did any work. I can't remember, actually. It's hard for me to think right now. In terms of whether or not I worked on my Nicole. I want to say that I did a little bit, but I'm not going to take it out. It's in here, and I don't feel like wrestling it out. This is my lowest Knitting's My Bag Sea Turtle sweater bag, and it's huge. It still fits my sweater with a little bit of room. Not my sweater, my
your sweater, huh?
my blanket. But I don't want to take it out because I don't think if I did any, I don't think I did enough to be worth showing you. So I'm just going to leave it in there for now. I still like the pattern. It's a nice, mindless type of pattern, so I can just continue until I finish the color of yarn, and then, I usually ask Talia to keep an eye on me while I bind off and cast back on or pick up the stitches, because it's such a long period of time between. I don't get it stuck in my head. So she just kind of gets me started, and then I go from there. Okay. Do you want me to continue?
Hold on, let me just write Savvy.
Okay. Savvy
the Gypsy, because otherwise I won't remember to
ear
burn.
Yeah. Anastasia knits.
I think I've been at ear burning Anastasia knits.
Well, we mentioned her a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna ear burn. I'm just saying I think it's already in there, so it'll be quick, easy.
Yeah.
Copy paste.
And Plover Bird.
Okay.
And I do want my pen back.
Okay.
Okay, so
now it's my turn.
We're very proprietary about our pens in this house.
One of my coworkers, I was getting my TB test done, and she just sort of watches me while I'm writing my signature on what I need to do. She's like, "You look like a pen thief. I want my pen back." But most nurses are pen thieves anyway.
And she's horrible anyway. She doesn't write. She scribbles.
Write better than you do.
My signature looked better than yours. And
it did not.
Chris is like, Talia, roar.
Well, at least mine was the length of my last name. Yours was like this short.
Yeah, but mine had letters at least.
What letters? F?
F. Yours said,
mine had F. Mine had F.
It's like that Brian, was it Brian Reagan? That Brad QP car LLs.
Mine at least had the length of my name.
Oh, really? Is there a length to your name?
Yes.
It's the size of the letters, not the length of the name.
You didn't even look like you had the full last name.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My husband got told several years ago on a military base, we were signing something, and back before the check cards when you had to do your checks, and the lady looked at said, "That's not a signature. We need a signature," because he would sign like MF or something like that. Like, you can't do that.
So it was like M scribble, F scribble?
No, it was just like MF or something. It was just like, it was really weird. It was like this, I don't know. So they made him get a signature.
So, next project I've worked on, Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks, is that a new project?
I left it in the other room. I'm not going to go get it.
What is it?
I worked on the Heavenly Sapphire Twin Cent Cardigan by Claire Montgomery, and I actually did a fair amount of work on it.
She did. I was watching.
I'm starting the shoulder shaping. This is the Twin Set Sweater and Cardigan by Claire Montgomery. It's for Mom, and it's from the book Knitting and Vintage, and it's using Knit Picks Indian Treasure and Sapphire Heather colorway. And you don't get to see it this week because I'm not getting up to go and get it. I knew I was forgetting something.
But you've seen it the last 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks running, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The color is just beautiful.
And I'm starting to get to the point where they're having you bind off to start doing the shoulder shaping. So, but you don't get to see it this week
because she's mean and nasty.
It's in my purse.
If it were me, I'd go get it. But she's mean and nasty.
You want me to go get it?
Okay.
Yeah. I see how she is.
She makes me feel better. You ready for me to go?
Yes.
Okay. My colorful dreams. I did work on my Sedna shawl, and I probably forgot that as well. I thought I went. Oh, there it is. It's in my knitting, my bag, my Lois Beethoven Love bag, small bag. And I started working on this, and I tinked back a little bit.
I didn't even see you working on it.
I worked on it at the church. Oops. Oh, that's where it was. That's why I couldn't. I don't have to give you. Well, I have to give it back to you, but I thought it was on the other project.
No. It might help if you looked on the project it was actually on.
Yeah. I did work on it, and then I tinked back all the way back to this. I think I had done like, I don't know, 4 or 5 rows at the church, and realized that I had done something wrong, and I just didn't feel like figuring it out. So I took it out to the.
You do realize no one can see what you're.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it straight so I can.
You're showing them the wrong side.
Well, I'm just trying to get it straight.
You're showing them the wrong side.
I think I'll punch you one.
Now you're showing the right side.
This is. So it looks like I haven't made any progress, but in reality, I did.
Well, I don't think they saw it last week.
It's upside down?
So.
No.
No, it's right side up. Wait. Oh, I lied. It
Yeah,
is
I thought it was
upside down.
down.
I'm tired. But it's backwards.
She's a pain in my neck. Anyway, it's enough to give anybody a headache. There we go.
I've only been up for 5 minutes. I can't possibly have given you a headache.
I knew you were coming up, so I got a headache before you got up.
I'm gonna smack you hands up.
So there it is. And like I said, it's looking pretty, and I like it.
I like the way it's striping.
Yeah, it really does stripe nicely.
Boing, boing.
It doesn't seem like I did much. I did do some, and then got, I just had to take it all out. So it doesn't. Essentially, I'm in the same place, but I still did some work on it, so you got to see it. And it's sitting nicely in my little bag. So I'm putting it back now.
Yesterday I made a deal with Mom because she's been avoiding working on her turtle, and we might as well show these two almost at the same time. I'll start with mine. But
Start with yours because I had to show what I decided to do.
But she's been avoiding working on her turtle because she didn't want to do the crocheted short rows, and I've been avoiding working on my pillow pony because I didn't want to do the knitted short rows. So I was like, hey, after we finish planning for CCD, we should just both pull out our short rows projects and work on that. So we did. So I did some work on Besk, which is Patty the Pillow Pony by Allison Cleaver, using US 8 Knit Picks Interchangeable Circulars. And the yarn is Yarn Bee and it's alpaca in the Arabesque colorway. It'll approximately be 13 inches high and 14 inches long. And it's getting to the point where it's near its height. I'm using Toby yarn, my bigger on the inside TARDIS bags. But
And this is a Tangerine 8 design.
Short rows are done.
Tangerine designs.
So we've got basically the full height now.
Wow, that's coming along really nice.
Thank you. So
I love the colors. It's showing up really nice in the screen. Better than it is in here.
So I'm just now knitting around and around and around we go. No more short rows.
Yay. Should go pretty quickly then.
Yeah, it should. I needed after a while to work on something not cable-y, because cables are fun enough, but I have 2 projects with cables and I needed to move to something non-cable-y for a while, so I moved on to something else. But
the back of the head?
Yeah, this is the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how it's forming to be horsey.
Yeah. That doesn't look like a kidney anymore. Or a liver.
It hasn't looked like a kidney or liver for a while. But there's Beth.
Okay, now that brings us to Toby. Yes, he now has a name. Toby. Toby, his stuff is now in my lowest bag, I think it's called Sarah. I always say this, I call it my Monet bag. And I finished the one fin. And I think I've done something wrong with it because she doesn't say to sew or stuff it, but I think I'm going to have to do one or both. And I tried doing the other side, and it just wasn't working for me. So what I decided to try, and I'll tell you if it works when I'm finished, is making the fin apart from this and sewing it on. So what I did, let's find it here. Okay. What I did was I got to the point where I had the correct number of stitches and proceeded as the pattern directed. This is a free pattern, so I could probably say what I did, but I won't. This would be where it attaches to the turtle, to Toby. So, Ty, would you hold Toby up, please?
No.
Okay, if you hold Toby up, and there, the pin is where he goes. So he would go here. It would go here. So you can see that it is working. You know, I have to finish it. It's not quite long enough yet. It is working. Now, if I can sew it on, that would be great. And I'll do the same thing for the back. I just don't like, as much as I like sewing right on the project,
or working around the project,
and working around it on the project, it's really fiddly and it's hard to count. I'm going to try this and see if it works. I'm probably doing it wrong, but oh well, it'll be a pattern modification.
A pattern modification?
Yes. And so you'll see the end product. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will finish. Come here, Toby. Toby's being used. I'm making Toby with Aurora Normialis for the top of the shell here, this multicolored color here. And this is I think this is, I love this yarn, lime green, limelight.
Wasn't limey? Yeah, limelight. I was gonna say limey, but
it's limelight. And then of course this is just dash yarn up here, white and blue. And yeah, so Toby's moving along. I'm using a G hook. A G hook is what I'm using. So I'm having fun with it. I like the fact that I feel like I have a little more control over the pieces now. It's got an interesting pattern on here. I don't know if it had it on the other side on this one.
yeah, it did.
It did, but I'm not sure about. It doesn't seem to have this part of the pattern.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I guess it's this way. I don't know. Here's that part right here. Huh. Well, whatever. It's gonna be sewn on and worked on, and I'll fix it somehow. So I think like that, and then I'll put the back legs and tail on, and he'll be done. So that's what's happening with Toby, and I'm happy with it, and I'm thankful that Talia and I made the bargain so that we could make a little progress on these because they're not difficult. It's just takes a little more brain power than some of the other projects.
Next project I want to talk about is a study in Scarlet, which is the Holoha Mystery Cow by Mel Ski.
You work on that this week?
Mm-hmm. Using US 6 Stonehenge fiber mill shepherd's wool in the garnet colorway. Actually, I was working on it this morning.
Oh, were you? Mm-hmm. That's right, you were. I was not, in fact, paying attention to what you were working on.
So,
I will get the reptile out of the living room sooner rather than later. My husband will come in on that one and wonder where the fixture is. Yeah, the reptile fixture. I'll just put him on our bed so my husband won't be lonely.
So, the sleeve is coming along nicely. Let's see, this way. So, as you can see, the main part of the sweater was finished.
Very nice. You almost did a short sleeve section.
And I'm starting the broken rib pattern. And last week I determined that I didn't want to do it all the way down to my hand. I just want to do a normal long sleeve wrist.
Your wrist?
Yeah.
Usually make your wrist a little bit longer anyway. Just not, have a thumb hole.
So, there we go. I'm happy with it.
It looks like, I said, it almost looks like a longer short sleeve, which is nice.
So, it's coming along.
That's warm.
So I won't be able to wear it until
next year,
but that's okay.
Or if Daddy keeps the air conditioning going, so.
Yes, that is a distinct possibility.
Although with the energy now, he might not. Okay. Did you get all the information pertinent that you wanted to get?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. My last project is actually not a project. I had mentioned that Mel Ski from Single Handed Knits is having a community college, a knit community college. I think she calls it a KK college. I forget what she calls it. But anyway, it is now started, and you can join anytime you want. And the first project was to pick out a yarn and knit up a gauge swatch, get your notebook and your pen, and just and make a start to learn a little bit about your yarn. So I made a start. I started on US 2 needles. But before I get into that, I'll show you this is my notebook. This is my notebook. And this is my pen, my special pen for my class. Mel makes things fun. This is the picture for the first assignment that I just decided I wanted to put in my book. And it says, "Welcome savvy knitters to our introductory class, Foundational Fun 101, Knitting Community College." And this is the beginning of my first assignment, the written part.
What might be fun for you is blogging it.
I might blog it. That's a good idea. I have not finished the first assignment. This is part of my first assignment, which is about my yarn. And I'm using a Malabrigo. Shush! Give me a headache.
You already have a headache.
I'm using a Malabrigo yarn. It's a soft weight yarn in the Solace colorway. This is it. It's really pretty, and I like it, and it's very soft.
I think it's Solas, not Solas.
It's S-O-L-I-S.
Was it? I thought it's Solas.
Okay, Solas. I started.
It's like the Irish group.
Well, I'll show you later, but
it's okay. I believe in you.
This.
Believe in you.
I started this on US 2s. The yarn calls for 1 to 3, US 1 to 3, and 2s were just a little bit too large. So I pulled everything out and I started it over again. And this yarn, it's very soft and it's nice to work with, but it's not very forgiving. It splits when you, or at least it's splitting for me when I am using what has been reclaimed. And that's okay. I'll get past that in about 10 rows, and then I'll be fine.
And this yarn is approximately a year and a half old.
Yeah,
I picked it up when I first started.
It was gifted to me. She gifted to me and I had a hard time casting on to the smaller needles. I'm not used to the smaller needles, and by smaller I mean thinner. The 1 I never used a 1 before. The 2s were fine. The 2s were a different needle. They were clovers?
Takumis.
And I liked them. These I like better for the sharpness of the needle. But they're a little bit longer, so it's taken me some getting used to having more needle to work with. It goes from here to here.
The nip picks tend to be longer. I mean, you saw the length of my DPN.
Right, and it's not a problem. It's just getting used to it. In fact, I kind of like it because my stitches don't turn as much. They don't twist as much. So I'm doing this on a 40-inch cord, and I hope to finish the swatch in the next couple of days so I can do the bonus project, which is to take larger needles, like maybe 4 or 5 for this size yarn, and stitch up a 20 by 20 swatch, and I'll do that as soon as I finish this swatch here. And I'm having a blast. I mean, I learned, I asked Mel, how do I know how much to cast on? She was really sweet about it. She was like, well, take the number of, wraps per inch, and multiply by 4. And then she said, I usually add 6, so I guess she wants to add a border. So I had 7 to 8, so I took the larger number, and 8 times 4 for the 4 inches is 32, plus 6 inches for around the border, or on either side, whatever it is she did that, gave me 38, so that's what I cast on.
That's too much math for me. I just go and see what gauge the pattern tells me to do, and
but they don't have a pattern.
I don't work without patterns.
Well, this is a class, and I'm having fun, and I thank Mel immensely a lot for this, because I think it's going to help me when I do the bee leaf shawl in August with our friends. So that'll be fun. So I'm having fun with this. And if you think you might enjoy this, hop over to Single-Handed Knits. There's a thread over there that talks about this and directs you to her blog, where you can get all the information you need. She's really sweet, and she is very helpful and very approachable. So check that out. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so the next project that I worked on was my white pine sweater, which I'm calling blue pine because it's a blue sweater. It's by Amy Christophers. I'm using US 7s, Stonehenge fiber mill shepherd's wool, and I keep forgetting to look up the colorway.
That's awful pretty.
So I've gotten some progress on it.
That's a Puget Sound, right?
No, it's not.
Is that worked in the round?
No, it's.
Oh, okay.
It is a cardigan. I'm not sure which side is right side. It doesn't really matter because it's the same.
You snooked the.
Well, it's the same on both sides.
Oh. Well, it's pretty. You can see the. Ooh, that looks nice. It's a little brighter on the screen than it is, or maybe it's just the lighting in here that doesn't look so bright here.
But it's not actually round. It will be a cardigan, and I think I have a bit more of the ribbing here, the twisted ribbing. And then I go and I could start the cabling, I think, or set up for the cabling. So,
and it's really pretty.
I got some work, not a whole lot done on this, but I got some.
But she did a lot of other things, so that's good. Do you have more projects? Okay, because we can go right into FOs.
Go right ahead. Sorry.
I have a couple of FOs today, quick little FOs, because I don't really want to start all the things. I want to finish something. Finish all the things. So my first project, I started this a couple days ago, and this is Skittles. And if you want to read Skittles' story, Talia's friend wrote up a really cute little story about him. It's on my project page. He's made from the Birds of the Feather pattern by Hannah Kaminsky. It's a free pattern. And I used an F-hook and Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn, in neons, blue, green, yellow, and pink. This is Skittles. I made modifications for the eyes and for the beak. But he has been made for the autism awareness cow.
He's facing the wrong direction.
That's his backside. So he says hello, he's friendly, and he's sweet, and he likes to fly planes, apparently. So, that's Skittles. Okay.
He makes me super happy.
Hold on, if you want. Do you have a FO?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I had not started this project last week when we podcasted. Almost immediately after we got off the podcast, I had a gifted pattern in my Ravelry box. It was the Amigurumi Turtle, who's Ernest. So Ernest the Amigurumi Turtle by Kate E. Hancock, who is Patchwork Moose. She gifted me her pattern. So of course I had to hook him up.
Yeah, chain him up. How you say it.
And there he is. He's all done with.
He's so adorable.
3 different colors, at least 4 different colors for the autism awareness cow.
The bright colors are all up here.
Yep.
It doesn't come up as bright as it is.
I mean, because this is neon. The purple's neon and the blue is neon, and the red's just red. So there he is.
He's adorable.
Cute.
His name is Spike.
Yes, his name is Spike, even though he doesn't look like a spike.
He's named after Raphael's pet turtle.
Yes, he is.
In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So
you need to give him a leaf. You have to make him a leaf.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
You
dropped him.
There we
Give
go.
me that.
No, leave Spike alone.
You dropped him. She abused.
He jumped.
Abuse.
He jumped.
Raphael's gonna come out and bite your head off.
He can try. I'll just get a roach.
Okay. Are we out?
So, you have your other one to show.
Yes, I do. I also made a Kate E. Hancock pattern.
It's a free one.
Patchwork Moose's pattern. It's her free Dust Bunnies pattern. This is Dusty. And I did not do the eyebrows the way I was supposed to because I misread the pattern.
They're not eyebrows, they're eyelids, and she did them.
And I did them as eyebrows. But I think he's cute anyway. And there's his little tail. And I just think he's so cute.
He came out a lot bigger than we anticipated.
Well, that's because Kate E. Hancock, Patchwork Moose, uses a DK yarn. This is worsted. It's a worsted pattern, a worsted yarn. And I finally found something to use my crazy eyes with. He looks cute, good with them. So I had a lot of fun with this. It was I think I did this. I could have done this in a day, in a couple, 3 hours. I had to split it up because I started it late at night. So, and my husband has this really strange idea that we should turn in together. Go to sleep, wake up in the morning. So, but anyway, I love it. You should really check out her patterns. This is so cute. And the ears are really interesting. It's kind of worked the way Toby's legs are, except that it's open up here, and this is a free pattern too. She has you make the 2, stumps, I guess, the ears. You go around and do this one, then you come around and do this one. And I had to do a little bit of seaming because I wasn't sure I caught it right, but not too much. And so you don't end up sewing them on there. They're already there. So that's a lot of fun. You should check it out.
So it's a big old dust bunny. Okay. So, stash enhancements.
Yes, we have stash enhancements. We have.
So, my eyes came in because I was running low on 20-inch eyes.
I can't imagine why.
I picked up some from Jerry's eyes.
I love his eyes. He has really good eyes.
Gloss Eyes Online. So I have, these are 21s.
21?
Yeah, that's what it says. 21s, 18s,
Like, what, 25, 30s?
24s. I think these might be 30s.
Yeah, those are pretty big.
Yeah.
He's got some really good deals. You can find him on Etsy, and you can find him on his own site.
I only know about Etsy for him.
I think if you go to his Etsy shop, you can get to his site. I think. Don't quote me on that.
And I got some 60/60 to try.
I haven't done them yet. I hear.
I thought I got 20 for the blue, but I got 18s. So,
oh yeah.
So there's the 18s for the blue.
That's fun. That's awfully small for you.
I thought I got 20, so I guess I did. And then I got 20s for the browns. So.
Maybe they mislabeled them.
I don't think so. They look smaller than the
brown.
Yeah. So there's my eyes. Do you have any?
I have a couple, yeah.
So we can switch off.
Well, they've already seen my one set of needles, and my other set of needles, I also got. These are my 3s that I got. My Knit Picks 3s, and they're also on 40-inch cables. So I'll show you my other stash I have when you're done with that one, so we don't drag on and on.
I got my sweater yarn deal. I think it's called Blueberry. It's Cascade 220 paint. I haven't even unwrapped it. It was like, it gets 10 skeins for half price.
It's like $50.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't pass up 10 skeins of worsted yarn for $50. I can make a sweater out of it. So at some point, this will become a sweater.
I think the colors are gorgeous. I almost picked up some stuff, but Ty talked me out of it, because right now I haven't made any sweaters, even though I have a sweater's worth of a couple different yarns.
And I figured, I was like, well, you know, you could, of course, obviously do anything you want, but if...
She talked herself out of possibly getting a sweater's worth of yarn if I didn't do it. So... You talked yourself out of possibly getting a sweater.
I guess you're right.
But that's okay. I did buy some yarn, but from Knit Picks. I needed to get my yarn for my for the Sock Bunny, who is Kimberly, from Sock Bunny Knit and Fit, had a while ago a pattern that she put out, and for about a month she said, if you say you want the pattern and you want to gift it to 2 people, and you say why you want to give it to 2 people, she'll give it to you free. And so I got her pattern free. It's called the Bee Leaf Half Pie Shawl, I think is what it's called. And she did it in lace weight. She did this on lace weight, and almost all of us
decided that we weren't going to go lace.
The group that we're working with, most of us are doing it sock weight. But I looked at the sock weight and I looked at the lace weight, and there's not that much difference, because the sock weight that I'm using and that a lot of people are using is like 7-8 wraps per inch, really close to the some of the lace weight. This is really a light fingering. Anyway, I got 3 of these in this color. And this is not normally my color, as you all know.
It would look very good in that.
I think it would look really pretty. It's very close to what Kimberly did hers in. And so I wanted to get maybe a blue, but all the blues that they had I thought they were too dark for the lovely patterns that Sock Bunny had put in there, and I didn't want to have it overwhelmed by, the colors were similar to Talia's, maybe not quite so much purple, but it was that dark. And I didn't want to overwhelm the pattern and the lace work that she worked so hard to put in. And I also didn't know what I would do for beading for that, if I should decide to do the beading. So 3 skeins, about, let's see, it is 462 yards, so you're talking about 1,300 yards. It'll be plenty for the shawl, I think. And it is Knit Picks. It might be a little off the color if I have to get another one, but it won't be anything, because it's tonal. It won't be too much of a problem.
Okay, so I think that's everything for stash enhancement. Obsessions, we're still doing the cow with the 3 stitches for autism awareness. Come back here. Skittles, come here. Skittles.
Oh, Skittles. What about, I left Ollie because he wasn't part of this, but I guess Ollie did it last week, so. And Ollie would be part of this as well. But these are our they cannot join into the actual contest, so they are here to remind you.
What is he doing?
He wants to fly.
Woo! He looks like he needs to go potty.
I think I know why Nathan made him a flyer. I think he probably thought that the pink around his eyes were goggles.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, these it is time for the Cal. It's okay to be different segment of the podcast. Ooh, I need to type that in a little. I'm not going to give you any facts today. I just can't really focus on anything that in depth right now. So I'm just going to tell you that we are moving along very well. I think we have 22 projects. Sun Country, we're still waiting for your little dog to be put in.
I thought you put the dog in.
I didn't see it. She said she was going to. She said she was going to take another picture of it.
Oh, okay.
So we're moving along. I think we have like 22 projects in there. I'm really excited to see so many projects.
And I'm gonna apologize to everyone for not keeping up on the group. I got caught up, then the internet acted up last night, so I am a bit behind. Between work and then when the internet's not behaving on my days off, I can't keep up the way I want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay up. I did get caught up.
For some reason, it seems to be working better during the day. Like we have full bars right now. When I get on at night, it'll go down to one bar.
Well, I have to have it working during the day because I work from home. So I'm glad that it is working, at least for now. It's not fun for me to work when the internet is acting.
And I can do stuff off my Kindle. It's just not as easy.
Right. But anyway, we are still going strong. We have another 2.5 weeks. Today's 15th. Actually, we have two weeks.
Wow.
We have 15 more days to get your projects in. Please, feel free. There's plenty of room on the thread. There's no limit to how many. There's beautiful prices. There's no limit to how many you can enter in with.
You do realize that you're going to be making several trips to the post office after this is done.
I know. Well, not really. I have because
you have the bags.
Lois has the bags. Patchwork Moose and Anastasia are patterned. The only two ones I have to worry about are the ones that are Ploverbirds.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that you had the bags for. My bag. I guess you did.
No, she was very nice about it. She just said that it was.
You're like, yeah, Ploverbird. Yeah,
I love Ploverbird.
I know. I'm being a jerk.
You are being. She said it, not me, Melissa.
I didn't really.
You saw it with her own little baby mouth.
Hi.
Don't let her fool you. Don't let her fool you. She's a rat.
Look, sweet little turtle. Distraction.
She ordered another bag from you, though.
Yes, I did. I ordered one of your sweater bags. I'm really excited about it. The llama one.
And both of the llama ones are out.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I saw them. I'm waiting for her to get a fabric that I really want. I'm not sure what it is yet. I will know when I see it. But I really want one that's about 17 inches. So I'll have to wait and see if either she comes out with one that big or Slip Stitch Studios has a really nice one that I'm interested in. But I have to wait until I'm ready to pay that much for it.
I'm waiting for my Firefly one, but that won't be shipping out till May.
Mm-hmm.
But other obsessions.
Well, we're not finished with the Cal yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anybody who watches us who was part of Lemnit Crochet's Colorful Cal last month, if you want to, and you're part of our group, or you're not part of the group, and you are watching us, or you know somebody who's part of Lemnit Crochet who might be watching us or should watch us, tell them that what they have done for her histiocytosis Cal with the bright colors, if they're part of our group, we will accept those for the Autism Awareness Cal, as long as they meet the requirements of the 3 bright colors.
Which was the same requirement she had.
The same requirement that she had. So if they want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, we said as long as it was from February 15th, and actually I budgeted it to February 1st, to April 30th, then it's good to go. And anything that's in the Cal, her Cal was March, so you should be fine. So please tell them if you know people in Lemnit Crochet, tell them please that they can have a chance to win some really nice prizes from Cloverbird Knitting's My Bag, Anastasia Knits, and Patchwork Moose.
And we also said that if you were working Knitting Den's Denise's special colorway for Podiversary, that would count too.
That would also count, just for ours, unless our co-hosts, our wonderful co-hosts over from Three Stitches podcast, unless they say otherwise, it will only be for our podcast group. But just keep an ear out. They may change their mind, but if not, it's over here.
Okay, so other obsessions. And I mentioned the writing already, but probably the most detrimental obsession to my knitting other activities lately has been comic books. I've received my Brave and the Bold series, not based on the TV series Brave and the Bold, which is kind of hokey, but for some reason, when you're generally...
Blue Beetle's kind of neat.
Yeah, but for some reason, generally when they're talking about Flash and Green Lantern, they refer to them as the Brave and the Bold. But there's a whole series of team-ups called Brave and the Bold, and you have Deadman, and you have, of course, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Batman, Nightwing shows up for one of them. There's a whole bunch of different team-ups.
Wally?
Wally actually shows up in a different one.
No, the thing with, can you see Nightwing with Wally given their
history? Yeah, I mean, you can just go to Teen Titans or Young Justice for that. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of comic book reading. There's Comixology.com that allows you to get fairly cheap issues of comics and just download them to your Kindle. And they have an app through Amazon to let you do that, which is awesome. Which means that you don't have to worry about shipping and handling or storing of various.
You gotta make sure you can read it properly. You have to use the Kindle Fire.
Yeah, the Kindle Fire.
Yeah.
And they do emphasize it's the Kindle Fire, although they say you can read it off of your.
Well, you can, but it won't be as
well,
good.
No, not the other Kindle. That was what I was going to say.
Okay.
What I was going to say is they said that you can read it off of your phone.
That would be even worse.
That would be even worse in my opinion. But it's really good for on the Kindle. Actually, it's easier to read on the Kindle than it is on the computer screen. The computer screen actually looks smaller when you pull it on the Kindle. I think because it shows 2 pages at a time for the computer screen, whereas the Kindle you're just showing 1 page at a time. But
okay, so let's see here.
That's all I have to talk about.
Do we have any thank yous?
We did them at the beginning, I think.
Well,
I do have one. I got the pattern update for Brack in the Kitchen, so I can start working on him again.
Yay.
With the new and improved ears.
It's a little smaller ears.
They look very much kitty.
Yes, they do look very kitty.
I'll have to work on them tonight. They just came in, so
I have to figure out how to do the little brows, or not brows, but the little
things here.
Yeah. Because I wasn't sure how I was supposed to be doing it, and I was tired when I did it.
Well, you just basically flap it over it and then just sew one end.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that one looks like you made a
I did do something around.
Yeah, okay.
This is different than most of my other ones.
Yeah.
But that's all I have.
And the thank yous, like I said, I don't know if we need to thank Dawn for mentioning us for mentioning her, but it was nice to be.
Thank you for thanking us for thanking you.
It's nice to hear your name once in a while on the podcast. So.
And one of my coworkers did buy some Wolf Farms because she fell in love with my Rose hand lotion. People start hunting me down at work to use some of my hand lotion because they know I keep it on my cow. Yes, cow, computer on wheels, not WOW's workstation on wheels, just because someone might be offended because you think you might be calling them a cow because they're overweight. Oh my gosh. Talk about stupid political. I refuse to call them WOWs because of that stupid reason. Politically correct crap.
Nice.
So, they're computers on wheels. Cows! You hear me? Cows. Cows.
Just have your chill pill today?
It's ridiculous.
Nice.
So, it's on my cow.
Okay. What was I going to say?
Cow.
Before you interrupted me.
Hi.
I was going to say something, but I guess it wasn't too important.
It's a turtle.
Yes, I see that. Okay, so, sorry. Oh, wow. I'm short today. Good. Okay. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. I'm sorry that I was a little subdued. Hopefully I will be a little more upbeat next week.
And that should be it.
Happy knitting, happy
Bye.
crocheting, and God bless.
Bye.